Yo, what is up everyone? In this week's video, I'm just gonna give you guys a quick update into my business, my personal life, how all of that's going, the changes that I plan to make in the future, and a few key takeaways that I've learned from these changes I've been making over the past few weeks. Now, yes, in this week's video, I'm gonna be holding this mic in my hand. I don't know why, I have a mic here too, but let's just roll with it. You guys can judge me, I don't really care. No, in all seriousness, let's just jump right into the video. So, I guess I should start off giving you guys a little bit of a background into the changes I've been making. Now, if you have been watching my previous YouTube videos, you've probably noticed me talking about this new program that I'm working on. It's a little bit more of a higher tiered program versus a lower tiered program. And basically, for those of you guys that don't know, previously for the past 3 or 4 years, I started out drop shipping, then I went to digital products, then I went to online courses, and I did more online courses, and now I am doing still online courses, but I'm doing more kind of a hybrid of where I do an online course, but I also work with people on a one-on-one basis, mainly just because I've noticed that I really like to work with these higher tiered clientele more than absolute beginners, and also because of the fact that I feel like by people investing, obviously a little bit more in the information and what I'm teaching them, I'm able to also spend more of my time helping them out. And as a result of that, I'm actually able to help more people succeed and actually get results. So I'm really excited about all of that. But one of the big things that has changed is every time I make one of these changes in my business, it's a huge change, even though it's a small change, or to people who don't understand how online business and marketing works, even though it might look like a small change from the outside, in the back end, it's a massive difference into how the whole operational system works and how everything just plays together as far as like lead gen and as far as marketing and as far as working with clientele obviously goes. So I guess I'll start off by giving you guys a little bit of a background into how I started, right? So I started, again, drop shipping, then digital products, then doing online courses, now doing higher tier courses. And when I was doing digital products, I was selling sometimes hundreds or thousands of products a day. Maybe 1,000 is a little bit of an over-exaggerated number, but I was selling hundreds of products per day. And as a result, I was making a good amount of money, right? I was making maybe 20 grand in a month, 30 grand in a month. I was like, this is insane. Then I went from products to online courses. And immediately, the entire system had to change because instead of selling people a product that is an impulse buy, now I'm selling people a program that usually takes weeks or sometimes even months to think about before people actually enroll. So the entire marketing system on the back end had to change, and it wasn't as simple as just launching a Facebook ad, sending them to a landing page, and just selling a product. It wasn't that simple anymore, right? So I actually had to cognitively think about the structure of who would see which ad when they were a complete stranger, and then how they would get followed up with through the following weeks or months. How I would structure those ads, right? Like if I want to get people's attention who have never seen my brand before, maybe I want to show them this ad that's just more attention grabbing but doesn't really focus on the product. And then if I want to convert those people down the line, maybe I should focus more on the actual product since they've already been to the product page, they're familiar with my brand, they know who I am, and at this point, I just want to convert them into a customer, so I just need to remind them about that product, right? So I have to think about that, of how I would structure things, whereas, when you're selling a digital product or you're selling, some type of drop shipping product, it's a lot simpler than having a system like that in place. So what I've noticed is that every time, I make one of these changes, obviously, I make these changes because it helps me increase my income, right? Every single time I make one of these changes, my income usually doubles. Now, what I've noticed is that when I first implement these new strategies, right, or when I first make these changes in my business, I have to spend a massive amount of time on my business. And this is something that I think a lot of people underestimate is, the amount of work that you have to invest in the beginning. And although it is fairly automated after that, and I can relax, after things are up and running, to get things to that point where it's actually running, you have to focus a lot of your time and energy. And I was talking to my girlfriend about this the other day, and I think that one of my key superpowers is being able to be social, go out, have fun, party with my friends, and then when I want to get something done, cut out all the partying, cut out all my friends, cut out any social life I have, and just lock myself up, shut the doors, close the curtains, delete social media, and just go all out on my business for 90 days, okay? And in that 90 days, I make a ton of progress, get my business to that next stage where I want it to be at. And then after I get there, then I'm able to relax a little bit, enjoy the rewards, and kind of keep things flowing until I get to the next stage in my business where I want to make another change again. And I don't know what the change after the next change is going to be, but that's the fun part about business, right? I never really know where this is going to take me. All I know is that I'm on a journey that I find pretty exciting, and life just keeps getting better, business just keeps getting better, and as long as I keep pushing myself forward, it should keep getting better. So, let's say I started out here, and right now I'm somewhere over here. Now, one of the key takeaways that, I started to realize is that when I first started my business, I thought that going from, point A to point B was kind of like a straight line like that. And, I thought business was like a marathon, right? I would have to stick to this habit and this lifestyle day in and day out every single day. Now, that's okay. And it worked for, a little bit of time, maybe a year, the first year or 2 years when I started. But if I think back at how much progress I made in a certain period of time versus, the corresponding months after that, and then how my life currently is right now while I'm implementing these new changes, and how, the payoff is starting to come in these past few weeks, and how more relaxed my life is going to be after this, I started to realize that instead of a straight line, building a business really is more kind of like this. And if you can see what I mean is, during these times of growth, it's a lot of intense energy and focus and a lot of discipline, obviously, as well, to get your business from point A to point B. But it happens relatively quickly, right? If this is time right here, the amount of time that it takes to actually get your business to the next level is not that long, right? This is maybe, let's say a few months' time. But the amount of focus that it takes, right? Let's say this is focus on this side. It takes a ton of focus to make a ton of progress in your business, right? And this is kind of like the conclusion that I've come to after building, my business up 2, 3, 4 different stages over the past few years, is that it's not a marathon. It's little tiny sprints, right? And it's just 90-day or maybe, 60-day or 180-day sprints that I make a few times per year. And then during those sprints, I go balls to the wall, lock myself up in my room. I have a very clear goal and objective in mind, and I don't stop until I actually hit that goal. So I guess the key takeaway that I want you guys to take away from this video is that, from what I've learned after building my business, to multiple different stages over the past few years, is that in order to get to the point where you want to be at, it's not a linear progress. And there are going to be periods of time where you're going to have to, dedicate yourself, focus, stay disciplined, maybe delete social media, and really get committed to the goal that you're trying to achieve. But that lifestyle doesn't need to consistently be like that for the rest of your life. And as long as you're able to, maybe choose a 60 or 90 or however many day window out of the year, if you can do that just a few times per year, you're going to be massively ahead of probably most of your friends and most of your relatives and everyone else that you probably know in your life. Because if I look at most people that, I know from high school or college, most people aren't able to do even like a short 90-day sprint like this, right? Where they just delete social media, lock themselves up, and get to the next stage where they want to be at. And then once I reach to this stage, there are months, obviously this is time. So I take a little bit of time, get a lot of rewards, spend a lot of my focus. And then there's months where I'm like chilling in Bali, enjoying the island with my girlfriend, going to the beach, hanging out with my friends, doing whatever I want. And I enjoy the rewards, right? And I get to work hard and then reap the rewards. And then I get to the next point in business where I'm like, okay, this is fun. This has been nice for this period of time, but let's take it up a notch. And then that's what I do again. And it takes a lot of discipline and focus. And luckily, the past 90 days or whatever that I've been working on switching my entire business model from the lower tier program to working with more high-end clientele. Luckily, my girlfriend has been very understanding of that because, I really don't give anyone any attention. I don't respond to messages. I don't respond to DMs. I don't respond to emails. I'm pretty much just in my own little world during these periods of time. So if you guys can take anything away from this video is whatever it is that you're trying to focus on in your business, in your life, whatever next stage you want to get to, just commit yourself for 90 days, okay? Commit yourself for 90 days, get to the next stage that you want to be at, and then enjoy the benefits and the rewards once you're there, okay? Because it's not a marathon. And if you think it's a marathon and you think it's gonna last forever, it might be intimidating, you know, it might get the best of you, but it doesn't have to be like that. And it hasn't been like that for me. And it was only until the last week that I realized that it wasn't a marathon. It was just a series of small sprints. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys got some value out of this, and hopefully this motivated you to get started with the next project, because really it shouldn't take that much time. And if you just focus really intensely for the next 90 days, you can make a lot more progress than you probably anticipated. So with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Today has been a super busy day. I've been on probably 5 calls today, and I actually have to hop off the video right now to get on another phone call and take my business to this next stage, which is very exciting. I'm hiring some sales reps. I'm hiring some consultants to work with me. I'm hiring some support reps as well. And getting to this next stage is exciting because so far the people I've been working with have been great. But with that said, I do have to go and hop on this call. So if you guys want to get more videos like this, if you want me to update you more on the business stuff, if you want me to share some more of these insights, let me know in the comments below what you guys want me to post. Also, I would appreciate it, obviously, if you guys like and subscribe to the channel. And again, if you guys have any ideas for future YouTube videos, I'm always open to ideas. Just leave them down in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.